this is your whole goat. Today I'm going to show you how we use what part of meat goes on what type of food and how we process the food.
During this USA Food series, I've encountered powerful stories of immigrants who came here in search of better opportunities. From Somalia, from Southeast Asia. And if we're lucky, these people bring their food with them, adding to the stunning culinary diversity of this country.
This is like the best version of this type of meal I've ever had.
Today, I'm in search of a new story. One that carries with it new ingredients.
How many spices do you think are in there? Like 12?
New traditions and new recipes.
This is one of the most difficult items to cook because it has all bone on it.
A diaspora of over 40,000, a population who traveled over 8,000 miles to set up shop here in Dallas.
These spices are more like Indian spices, but I haven't seen them making this.
Honestly, I haven't either.
This story begins on the edge of town in a cookie-cutter suburb. In this backyard, food is being prepared that you won't see at your average cookout.
She is adding thick rice soaked overnight, some sugar and some ghee to it.
Meet my new friend, BIBEK, and his mother, Biddhya.
And there is the fun part.
They moved here from Nepal in 2008.
Today we are making SEL ROTI, which is Nepali donuts. It's super common to have SEL rotis in most of our festival, like every household in Nepal make it.
Unlike most American donuts, which use wheat flour, the SEL roti uses rice to create a dough batter. This next step is the real deal, and you won't find it duplicated at any Krispy Kreme. Gentle but precise, she pours the batter by hand into searing hot oil until it becomes visually crispy. This authentic Nepali sweet is considered mandatory during Hindu festivals and traditional events. But if you're serving it with this, a steamy spiced milk tea called chaya, this becomes a heartwarming combination to welcome guests.
Vivek, thank you so much for having me today.
Welcome to my house.
It's early morning. Your mom made something incredible for us. There's tea.
We call it chia.
Can we try some of this?
Yeah, please.
That's nice. A little bit sweet, very milky. Starbucks got nothing on that.
Thank you. I've tried SEL roti too.
These look amazing. It's so different from a normal donut because it's round and it's three-dimensional, but it's all empty inside.
And then if you just take a bite of that and then try it with the tea, it will change your
Life?
change the taste of it too.
I love that. You know, different places have like coffee cake. People like something sweet and bready with their coffee. This is kind of a different version of that. A milky, slightly sweet tea with some donuts. Is it customary for people to have a second one?
Oh yeah, definitely go for it.
These are so good. Thank you.
BIBEK was born and raised in Nepal until the age of 19. In 2008, he moved to the US with his family. Now he helps manage the family business, a restaurant offering a taste of Nepal to all who enter. I'm here to find out what makes this food stand out.
Nepal and the USA, especially Dallas, they're really freaking different.
It's definitely.
I mean, what city were you in Nepal?
I was in Chitwan.
A landlocked country in South Asia. Geographically, Nepal is one of the most diverse countries in the world, with elevations going from 180 feet to the top of Mount Everest. It's home to 126 different ethnic groups, many with their own language. Over 10 religions are practiced, but the majority are Hindu.
I noticed that you are Hindu.
Yes.
And you have a place where you can worship, a place where you can offer food to the gods. And are there Hindu temples in Dallas?
There is a big temple in Irving, and they are building a huge temple in Ulis, where most of the Nepalese people live in that area.
So what about the food?
I want to ask about the preparation for this. So first of all, I was really surprised that it was made with rice and not something like wheat flour. In Nepal, is rice more common than wheat?
Oh yeah.
Most meals have rice or a soup dish.
At least one meal of ours will have rice in it.
Every day.
Every day.
You'll find unique variations on Asian themes. Some reflect influences from Tibet and India. Some foods are indistinguishable from their neighbors. And some Oh, some stand out quite a bit.
Okay, this is your whole goat.
Meet Bikash, BIBEK'S brother.
Today I'm going to show you how we use what part of meat goes on what type of food and how we process the food.
Trained in Australia, Bikash has a strong culinary foundation including 10 years of experience.
We have liver, heart.
Today he's going off menu, breaking down and preparing this goat in more ways than one.
We have goat head, goat feet, and intestine. Now for the whole goat.
We're at the Gurkha Bar and Grill, family owned and family run since 2019.
We will butcher this into small cubes and then cook curry out of this meat. That's one leg.
They offer traditional flavors of Nepal with a smattering of Indian, Tibetan, Pakistani, and Bengali dishes too. In the kitchen and at the helm, their father, Mr. Narayan.
I learned all this style of cooking from my dad. Right now, he will let me cook, but he's the watchdog.
I woke up this morning, I wanted to cry.
With 28 years experience in cooking South Asian food, Mr. Narayan is the mind, the heart, and the soul of this
You
restaurant.
came here from Nepal around early 2000s. Like in Nepal, did you own a restaurant there? Did you cook?
No. In Nepal, he had a hardware business.
Hardware. How'd you go from hardware to selling food?
So when I came to United States, I had a friend's restaurant. That's where I learned everything from.
So you have both here, Indian and Nepali food.
Yes.
India is right next door to Nepal. It's a massive country. Their cuisine gets so much attention. So what sets Nepal apart when it comes to food?
The challenge of operating a Nepali restaurant is that not everyone knows what Nepali food is. Many similar eateries in Dallas market themselves as being Indian or Pakistani because that's what people are more familiar with, but also because they have similar cooking styles and ingredients.
The food, even though it's similar, it will be different. The way we make good, the way we prepare chicken, the way of preparing rice and bread, making yogurt.
The difference between Indian and Nepali food is in the details. In Nepal, cooking with cream or sugar is mostly avoided.
Typical goat curry, it's more like Indian style. This sauce is more thicker. In Nepali, they make it more thin. It's like a soup so that it will be easier for you to eat with rice.
Then there's the spices, many that are available only in Nepal.
In the Indian food, there are more Indian spices. In ours, it's gonna be less Indian spices.
So the seasoning's a little less intense. I'm curious, as a restaurant owner, how do you market Nepali food to people here in Dallas?
So this is what we are using, and it has worked so far for us. For the first time visitor, we introduce them the Indian food, and then on side, we'll let them taste the Nepali food. And then once they get the taste, next time, they will order that food first before placing the order for the Indian food.
Running a restaurant is an uphill battle. Running a restaurant in a country that is not your own, I cannot imagine. But I'm drawn to these stories for a reason. I like people who work. I like people who make it through insurmountable odds and challenges and somehow find light on the other side. Across town, another member from this community is also doing Nepali food his way, serving from inside a gas station. Don't worry, we'll get back to that goat soon. It would be really easy to miss this place. There are no billboards, no signs. But after filling up your tank and on your way in to grab a Gatorade and Snickers, you'll find this place tucked inside.
This is outstanding. It's actually my first time shooting at a gas station. How long have you had this place?
For 1.5 years.
How come there's no signs outside? It's like a little secret hideaway restaurant.
Our customer is almost 90% Nepali and 10% other people. They are regular customer.
This hidden gem is known through word of mouth only. They're famous for their momos.
Is this food originally from Nepal?
Nepalको सबैभन्दा
Momo, a type of dumpling that looks similar to those served in other Asian countries. But Nepal offers a delicious twist.
What he's saying is momo is one of the oldest food from Nepal.
Well, I think that this could be a very controversial video.
Could be.
Let's take a look at these comments later.
They load the meat inside with a long list of dynamic spices: ginger, garlic, cilantro, meat masala, chopped onions, chili powder, butter, oil, salt, and pepper are all mixed with ground chicken. Placed atop a wheat-based wrapper, pinch and seal. Deep fry, pan sear, or steam. If you're me, you do all three.
So we have the momo here, done in 3 different ways. So these are all chicken. So I want to try this steamed one. Oh, it's so soft. My mouth is watering like crazy.
The first one, try it without the sauce, and then the second one, you can try it with the sauce.
This guy, do you know my show? That's what I do. That's my thing.
Oh, okay.
That's so delicious. Meaty, juicy.
That taste will change when we eat it with the sauce.
You give that a dip.
So it's tomato-based sauce. I'm pretty sure he has more than 7 spices.
What I love about it is if you have Korean mandu, sometimes they'll put kimchi inside, and you'll have the same beautiful kind of sticky outer shell that's fun to chew on, but the flavors are so different and so much more complex here. These pan-seared ones, crunchy outer shell, then that just warm, meaty, explosive inside. Yeah, I'm gonna try this fried one too. They're so crunchy. This is fantastic. I've never had this delicious of a meal while sitting in a gas station. It's very satisfying, and it's quite a unique setting. I like it.
A lot of people are just walking by to grab the groceries.
Yeah, exactly.
Gas stations used to offer a few mediocre foods that were convenient, but not really delicious. Over time, store owners have become more innovative, and the quality and selections of foods has increased, especially here in Texas. So, 30 years ago, a place like this probably wouldn't exist.
How long ago did you come from Nepal?
Almost 5 years.
Oh, pretty recent though, right?
Nepali Americans have come to the US through student visas, some as refugees, but most have come by way of a diversity visa lottery.
He was in the diversity visa. It's a program where almost 40-50,000 people from different parts of the world are selected and then brought to live in the United States every year.
Okay.
This is also the case for BIBEK and his family. Dallas has the largest Nepali population in the USA. As the population here grew, there was a tipping point where this community became the most desirable as service providers sprung up to meet the unique needs of the Nepali people.
So when we first get here, it's difficult. We need place to stay. We have to look for work and friends if we need any help. That's the reason why we picked Dallas.
So there's kind of a community here, a hub, a network that could help you as you made the kind of transition from being in Nepal to being here in the USA.
Now, in Dallas, you can find Hindu temples, Nepali groceries, and of course, restaurants like this that serve Nepali food but cater to the Dallas community as a whole.
This is an incredible meal before us. This was all a goat until you got around to breaking it down into little tiny pieces.
Right.
Well done. You're saying we have to try this immediately.
Yes.
Kakula, it's the part that...
This is hakula.
Yep, this part right here.
Out of 45-pound goat, we can only get 20 pieces of those. The beauty of this is we don't season with anything. We just grill them and then serve with special chutney.
Made of coriander, mint, Szechuan pepper, red chili pepper, and salt.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, well done.
Thank you.
Just a natural roasted goat flavor coming off that. It's a little protein. Even the fat has kind of cooked so that you could eat that alone and it would still be delicious.
Back home, when we were like small babies, I would do anything to get one piece of this. It's crunchy, it has some juice in it. Longer you chew, better it tastes.
Right, it's like chewing extra gum, goat flavor.
And this goes really good with the beer.
I like that.
Before the food gets cold, we need to try this item second. That's the intestine, so you can just dig in.
Now, is that on the menu here?
No.
No. Honestly, intestines are kind of hit or miss because they can be really gamey.
The way we cook this is we clean it first, we boil it, and then we clean it again. So it's clean thoroughly.
I like hearing that. Right?
The intestine, liver, heart, and kidney are sauteed with cumin seeds, red pepper, bay leaves, cinnamon sticks, star anise, green cardamom, cloves, minced ginger, and garlic. Plate, serve, and eat.
Liver is good. The intestine looks like it's gotten a little bit crispy and there's a load of spices on here.
All part of India and their culture. I haven't seen them making this.
This is perfect. There's no gamey flavor to this. I definitely taste like some nice turmeric coming through. There's the great texture coming from the intestine, so it's a little chewy for people in the US. They had calamari that wasn't too over fried, that was a little more thick. It's like the calamari of the goat. This is the soup right here. I should also say this is not sold at the restaurant.
Right.
If you're ready to venture deeper into Nepali cuisine, may I suggest this: goat head and foot soup.
This is one of the most difficult items to cook because it has all bone on it. So this is super tricky. It needs so much of experience and you have to watch your parents doing it before you actually can do this. It's really tough. You have to be really careful. Their teeth are super sharp. Take this out and this all goes in your soup.
Sauté chopped onions with cumin seeds, whole red chili peppers, and black pepper. Add minced ginger, garlic, turmeric powder, and a dash of salt. Next, add the meat. water, then more cumin powder, coriander powder, and garam masala. Stir and let it simmer for 3 to 4 hours. You'll know it's ready when the meat and the cartilage are completely soft and tender.
I would do like a little bit of soup and then a piece of meat.
And then with that bone, you can get the bone marrow too.
I just want to try this broth first. It is such a full, complex broth.
It means to keep your body warmer.
Yeah, I could picture that, especially if it's cold. It's like very nourishing, it's very hearty. It's got a lot of fat, it's got collagen. Ladies, women that are always putting the mask on at night, you don't need it. You just need to eat another animal's face. It'll help your face.
It's a tongue of a goat.
Right? What is that?
It's a joint.
Like an ankle?
Yep, that's the way to eat it.
There's all these little pockets of bone marrow, ligaments, fat, and they're all just dripping off.
So most of the Nepali food are meant to make your immune system better. So they also consume this food when you have cold.
This is your version of chicken noodle soup.
Yep. This is your first time trying Nepali food, right? How do you like so far?
I like it. I do find it difficult sometimes differentiating between what is from this country, what's from that country. But I've never really had dishes like this in India at all. With the feet, with the face of a goat, the intestines. It's really unique and very special.
We have all different kind of group of people in Nepal. We are influenced from India, we are influenced from Tibet, and then we make the fusion ourselves.
A lot of people may not understand, like food, it's not like locked at the borders. It's more like a gradient. So it makes sense that you're more similar to what's nearby, Tibet, North India, and of course, everything else that you come up with yourself. Gentlemen, this has been a great experience for me because I came to Dallas. I knew a little bit about Texas, the things that everyone knows, barbecue, brisket, but to find this community here that's very vibrant, alive, supporting each other, while at the same time inviting the bigger community to come in and to enjoy this culture and the food, it's awesome. So thank you so much, and can I eat the rest of this?
Sure.
All right, cool. Let's eat? I mean, let's keep eating.
Yeah.
Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A peace.
This is more celebration kind of food. Since you are here, it's a cause for us to celebrate.
Hey, thank you. It's been prepared in 3 different styles. We have fried, pan-seared.
Pan-fried.
Oh, pan-fried. I think pan-seared works too.
Okay.
As far as I know, there are a lot of Hindu festivals.
We have one major coming in this month.
What
One
is this month?
October.
I mean, what's the festival?
Well, I can sell this saying calamari, right?
Yes.
Overcooked calamari.
If you have people coming here who look like me, say, it's basically calamari.
Right?
It's like the calamari of the goat. Oh, tell me more. It's intestines. Tell me less.
Don't go far.
Guys, that is it for our video. I want to say a huge thank you to BIBEK and his family for showing me so much hospitality today. You can follow the Instagram for the restaurant right behind me, the Gurkha Bar and Grill, and stop by next time you're here in Dallas. That is it for this one. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, peace. I should get some rice. I need some rice to go with all that meat. I'm coming back. I need rice.